Yeah, this is a long-awaited video. I'm going to be talking about packing for a 12-day trip, backpacking in the deep mountains, the collegiate peak loops. I need to get closer to God. I need to go away. I need to get away from work and all other obstacles, diversions, whatever you want to call them. Outside opinions, even YouTube. I need to get away from it for a couple weeks. Going into these mountains is going to help me reflect and pray. I'm going up there to see God, basically. I'm going up there to pray for 2 weeks and figure out where God wants me right now. I have some hard decisions to make. I'm going to lose my job in 30 days due to the non-willingness on my part to get the vaccination. So as far as I'm concerned, I will be losing my job about a week after I get back down from the mountains, if God wills it. So sit back and enjoy this video. We're going to talk about the loadout I'm going to be taking. I'm going to go into detail about how to prepare for a trip such as this, and I hope you enjoy this video. I'm going to try to hit all the details, so for you amateurs out there, this might be a lot of information for you. It might be discouraging, but don't be discouraged. Just sit back, relax, watch the video, and take it all in. All right. Now, the Collegiate Peaks Loop Trail is located in central Colorado. It's roughly west of Colorado Springs, and it passes Buena Vista in the surrounding areas. It's a 160-mile loop trail. Usually takes people anywhere from 9 to 3 weeks, depending on your fitness level and how many side trails you take, and how many, if you want to sack some peaks, you can do that also. I plan on trying to get it done within 10 to 12 days. That's my itinerary. It covers the San Isabel, Pike, Gunnison National Forests with 39,000 feet of elevation gains, an average elevation of 8 to 12,000 feet, and utilizes both Colorado Trail and the Continental Divide. Now, footwear is very, very important. It's probably one of the most important things to make a decision upon when you're going to do a long through hike. Here, my dog chewed up my traditional boot. It's dusty because I don't wear it. It's very, very heavy. It's a very heavy boot, but it's got a solid traction, and you're not going to feel rocks under your feet with something like this. It also has lots of ankle support. You're playing it pretty safe if you wear something like this up there, but I'm telling you, your feet are going to get very tired. You're going to get really sweaty. There's no breathability about it whatsoever. My last through hike, I did 10 days and 110 miles, and I wore this. You can see there's no sole. There's no ankle support. The bottom's pretty well worn out. There's no traction left on it. These Zero shoes, they say that you get 5,000 miles, but if they're gonna make a claim like that and they only lasted me 110 miles, you know, they should be sending me a free new pair of shoes is basically what they should be doing. Here are that Zero. They're fantastic. I love the breathability and everything. I like the lightness of them. They're super light. I went to order these exact same shoes. They were back ordered, and it would have taken me 5 weeks to get this exact pair of shoes in black or in green. I couldn't get either or for my size. We got this. I've seen videos on this. A lot of, spandex wearing hikers like to wear stuff like this. Through hikers swear by it. It's a light shoe. It's got a wide toe box. I had to get these though. I couldn't get my traditional ones. I'm gonna give these a try. They got really good tready tread on them, but they're a lot thicker of a sole than I'm used to. They're cushiony. But I've been wearing minimalist shoes for about 4 years now, and a shoe like this, my feet have gotten calloused and they've gotten hardened, and they're not as sensitive anymore. When I press on rocks, it's actually like a massage now. So I really wish Zero, I wish I would have was able to get one of these, because I'm already confident with them. I've already worn them. They're like wearing moccasins when you're in the woods. And this, I have not really tried them yet. I'm hoping I don't have knee issues or anything like this. And I don't recommend you just trying a shoe you've never worn before on a long distance trip. But I'm pretty much forced into wearing these. If I have serious problems, I'll just walk barefooted. This is how they come standardized. I do just a couple tweaks. These different. If you got high arches, if you got low arches, you're flat-footed. If you have thin heels, wide forefront, whatever, people think that the laces are supposed to just stay like this, right? And you just tie them up, and then you wonder why you get blisters in certain areas. Center of my strings. If you really want a loose front box, then just don't even tie this first string set here. Just skip it and go right up to this one. That will give you more strength in this midsection here. But yeah, you're going to take this center here, go through here, and you're going to bring these laces back around, pull it through, and so now we got this little loop to start with. This is going to pull the tension off the top of your foot. Tie this through the next one. I'm going to center this so it's in the center, and all that's doing is pulling up so there's a little airspace between the top of my foot and there. I have the tension that I like. I basically bring this lace back through, and see how I'm tying this, so tension's going to stay there. Same with this side. I'm going to bring this through, and this is going to help with if you get blisters on the top of your feet. Tying my laces up here, it's not going to tighten this. This is going to stay the same tension, so I have plenty of room in the front. So I'm not going to get those blisters that you get in the front of your feet. And then I'm just going to standard run this through here. There's different varieties of lacing your shoes. You can research it on the internet. I went 110 miles, did not get one blister. They should give out awards for that. People think that it's supposed to be tight here and here, but it's not. When you're walking that many miles, you need it to be loose here and loose here, and your shoe's almost like floating. But when you have forward pressures like going downhill, you won't go past this knot, your ankle, or your whatever you want to call that, your cankle. And when you do lace them, go under 3 times. This is called a surgeon's knot. I go under 3 times, I come back, and I don't tighten it so that it's cutting off my blood. I loosen it up, then I come back and I do a regular knot. And then I'll even do another knot. And that, my friends, is how I wear my shoes. It'll feel kind of funky because you're loose up here. But when you're going downhill, I'm telling you, you won't go past here. Your foot will not come up to the front of the toe box and jam in there and give you black toe, like some people get. And then your toenail falls off. So you don't want that. You want your toes as far away. You also want to buy shoes that are, like my toe is right there. So I bought 13.5s, and that gives me a ½ an inch of just air. So lets your foot breathe. When you're going downhill, your foot is not jamming into that front. Before you even go hiking, it's just extraordinarily important to make sure you have no calluses. Calluses can actually get blisters underneath. There is a school that says having nice thick calluses is a good thing hiking, but actually if you get a blister under your callus, it is almost twice as painful and very hard to correct out on the field. So taking care of your feet, getting rid of those blisters, getting rid of any calluses or hardened skin, dead skin, cuticles, anything like that, you need to really remove it before you start hiking. You also want to make sure that you're getting these cuticles here. Even after you grind them, you're still going to have these cuticles, this dead skin. Basically want to make your feet look like baby's feet. It'll be a softer walk. You won't have any pinching. You won't have any things clinging onto your socks. You want them to be aerodynamic almost, so you don't want to feel any edges. They have to be completely soft, so there's no edges whatsoever, no hangnails. You shouldn't feel anything. It should be like baby skin. So if you did it right, if you did it correctly, you should have some cuts. That's just old dead skin. And it'll heal. Like I said, you want to do this probably a few days before you're going to go hiking. Notice how I went way back on my nails. This is going to keep anything from causing friction, because hot spots are where you get blisters, right? So the other thing I do is I take this stuff, it's called trail toes. You're going to want to put this on like once or twice a day when you're hiking. It'll keep them from getting blisters, keeps them moisturized and everything. It's got some vitamins in there. So taping, I'm not going to go into taping because it's kind of a mess. This is strength tape, so it's very stretchy. It sticks pretty good by itself, but you're going to want to buy this stuff. It's called skin tack, and it's for when they're putting casts on people. It helps the cast stick very well. It's like a goo almost. You're going to want to put this on your skin where you're having hot spots, or where you have potential hot spots, where you think you might get hot spots. You're going to want to cut this tape, put this on the skin, cut the tape, put this over where you put the skin tack at. And there's various ways that you can tape your feet. Typically you go around the balls of your feet, like the back of your heel. Toe issues when you're hiking, like one of your toes might be striking the ground harder than the rest. You can actually put like a cotton ball under this stuff and wrap one of your toes with it. But there's a whole plethora of information on the internet about taping your feet properly. I don't have the time to go into depths about that right here in this video. I have here a 45-liter Abusco for-Unsupported backpack. I like the color, maybe 2 pounds. External frame with a little mesh in the back to keep cushion and airflow going. Some people like the ultralight backpacks. I imagine having one of those backpacks, you're gonna rip them open. They're gonna be no good for you after that. And if you're looking around for backpacks, you're gonna have a hard time finding a waterproof backpack. They do sell like coverings for them and everything. But the good thing about this is they're kind of medieval. Recycled cotton, synthetic blend. And if you notice, let's see if I can get closer, you can notice there's a film all over this. Well, that's intentional. I've been spending my time waxing it. Waxing it's almost medieval. It was a way to keep things waterproof, materials, fabrics waterproof back in the old days. And here we still are using these techniques. I just like it. It's a more tougher, rugged backpack. And let's watch the magic. So yeah, you want to take the wax and you want to go over all the zippers. You want to get all the seams. So this way all the threads get waxed. So I think it prolongs the durability of the bag, but it also makes it somewhat waterproof, not perfect. But the weight that you're putting on for the wax, it probably equals the same amount as you carrying around a rain fly. But the space that you're saving is worth it to me. High heat dryer, and you melt it into the fabric. So there is my backpack, all semi-waterproofed. I won't be bringing a rain fly. I mean, most of my equipment can dry really quick anyways. It's better than normal equipment. This is a rugged backpack, and it gets darker each time I wax it. Has that kind of a little sheen on it, and you have to do this waxing at least once a year to keep up the wax and the waterproofing. But that there, guys, is the sack that I am taking, a medieval waxed bag.